All right, in this short video, we're just going to run through the process for calculating the elevation values and placing them into the irrigation sector polygons. And so up to this point, we've done things like importing the EC values, cleaning them up, making points out of them like you see here. We've created we know how to create our sector, our irrigation sectors here. And then it comes time to start calculating our values for those sectors. And so if we go underneath our tools, make sure you get the latest and greatest update. There's been some updates to some of the tools, but we should now see underneath our sector processing is calculate elevation and soil values. So I'll do things like calculate the elevation and top and subsoil mean and median values. I'll also do your min and max elevation and distance from the centroid or the pivot out to the min and max elevation locations for each sector. And that's what this script does here. So I'm just going to double click on that, and then it's pretty straightforward. We pick our irrigation sector. So that's, I'm calling that in this case pivot 17. We pick our EC layer, which is our point feature class. Here it's EC hole 17. And then we, when I pick this EC hole 17 value, it goes out and fills in the possible choices for elevation, topsoil, and subsoil fields. And so this box will give us a list of that. And so there's my elevation field. Just go and find that and pick it. If it's not in these drop-down boxes, then you've done something wrong. Something's not in place right, and you shouldn't proceed. Just make sure you see your subsoil, your topsoil, and your elevation values for that. Then at this point, we simply just run the file there. Now, while that's running, oops. And again, it gives you a quick indicator of all the sectors. So we're thinking of each pie slice polygon within the irrigation sector polygon is considered a sector. So in this case, it's going to go through, if I have 6-degree sectors, then it'll be 60 sectors it has to process here. So we'll pause just for a second here. Okay, so now we've seen it's completed. We've gone through all 60 sectors in this 6-degree separated polygon here, and so let's take a look and see what happened behind the scenes. So if we right click on the pivot polygon layer, irrigation layer, and look at the attributes, we'll see that it's done several things here. One, it's calculated our min and max elevation for those dots, those EC values that fall within each sector. It's calculated the distance to the min value. So in sector 1, it's telling me that the lowest elevation value recorded was, or one of the lowest elevation values. There could be several 25, 30 values, but it found the lowest, and it's 52 feet away. And then the same thing with the distance, the max elevation. Max elevation is 2536, and it's about 120 feet away from the center. Then it calculated the elevation mean, elevation median, and then it did the topsoil values, topsoil mean, median, and subsoils mean and median. And so that one script does quite a bit of stuff. It calculates all the elevation values for you, plus all the soil values for you. The next presentation and tutorial we'll focus on building and then calculating the slope and aspect values.